Google Data Studio is a powerful data visualization and reporting tools that allows you to quickly create beautiful dashboards. What's the best part is it's very simple to use. However, if you're just starting out, it can be difficult to learn. That's why we have made this Google Data Studio tutorial. This video will walk you through some of the fundamentals of Google Data Studio, such as how to quickly create dashboards, how to create reports, and more. So without any further delay, let us quickly understand the main topic of today's session. So let's start off with understanding what is Google Data Studio. Secondly, we will see the benefits of using Data Studio along with its key features, and finally we will be doing a demo where we will be creating an application report on Google Data Studio. So let us get started with the first topic of today's discussion, that is, what is Google Data Studio? As I said in the intro, Google Data Studio is a data visualization and reporting tool for creating dashboards. Now it pulls data from up to 12 different sources including Google Analytics and combines them into an easy to modify, easy to share and easy to read reports. It was created by Google in 2016 and it has been gaining a lot of traction ever since, especially among marketers and data analysts. Now the best part about Data Studio is that it's completely free and there's no paid version of it. You can use it as an alternative to paid reporting tools such as Tableau and Power BI. No upfront investment is required, which means you can learn and access all of these features for free. You can even use it for business purposes as well without paying a single dime. While you won't get super advanced features, that shouldn't stop you from creating professional dashboards. Plus, it is very easy to share your dashboards and collaborate with others. Data Studio is cloud-based. It's accessible as long as you have a browser and internet connection. The reports you create are saved automatically in the Google Drive, so they are available anytime and anywhere, so you don't have to worry about losing the files. There are many pre-built templates in Data Studio, allowing you to create beautiful dashboards full of charts quickly and easily. With Data Studio, you can connect, analyze, and present data from different sources. You don't even need to be a tech savvy or know any programming language to get started with Data Studio. So that was a brief discussion or definition about what is Google Data Studio. Now let's go ahead and check the benefits of Google Data Studio. So coming to the first benefits of Data Studio we have is its access unlimited widget options. Now what I mean by that is, unlike Google Analytics, which only allows a maximum of 12 graphs or charts in a report, Google Data Studio lets you include any numbers of widgets. Now these features allow you to share and explain your data in multiple ways. Widget options include like your heat graphs by region, your state or country, then you have a pie chart, then you have a time series graph, and many more. Now you can also modify each of these widgets with a variety of metrics. Now with Google Data Studio, you can immense freedom in how you create your reports and convey your data. That's why Data Studio is becoming an essential tool for companies. Now its second benefit is pull data from multiple sources. Probably one of the most unique and helpful features of Google Data Studio comes from its ability to draw from up to 12 different data sources, which you can consolidate in your reports. Now that means you can pull and pull data from several critical platforms. Now a few examples includes Google Analytics, Google Ads, now you have YouTube, Cloud SQL, Search Console, and more. Now you use these platforms to create a report that looks at all aspects of your business. Now these features make Data Studio a one-stop shop for your reporting needs and ensures your reports look incredibly professional. Now the third benefit is it shares Data Studio report easily. Now when compiling or reviewing Data Studio reports with so many data options and metrics, you may want to get the opinion of your team members, dedicated account managers, or company decision makers without any extra hassle. Downloading and sending file is a time sink, especially when you want some quick feedbacks. Now Google understood the necessity of sharing, so they built in the same sharing capabilities as their own tools like Google Docs in Data Studio. Now with Google Data Studio, you can share a link and allow others to view and customize your reports. Even better, this feature lets you make changes in the real time while sharing. Now your entire team can look at the same report and make changes simultaneously. This shareability aspect is a massive time saver for businesses and marketers. Now the fourth benefit is it creates easy to read reports for everyone. You can break down Data Studio reports into 1 pages or 20 pages, demonstrating the flexibility and customization of Google Data Studio. It adapts to your company's unique needs, making it a stress-free process to share critical data Even better, you can customize your report's layout. Now it's easy to change fonts, colors, themes, sizes and more to make each report easy to read. Plus, you can add anywhere from 1 to 10 widgets per page. Now this layout allows you to provide team members and company decision makers with a view into your campaign from every single angle. Now the fifth benefit is get dynamic reporting. Now what I mean by that is, while you can make edits with your team in real time, you can also allow Google Data Studio to pull real-time data into your reports too. Now you can set reports to update and fill your widgets in the moment data automatically as well. Every piece of your report is customizable too. If you want a few widgets to display information, now you can, but you can also keep some data set to last month if that is what you prefer. Now this dynamic reports give you unlimited data options to better serve your business. Now the sixth benefit is build interactive experiences. Now your widgets can come to life too. Your graphs and charts do not have to stay in one-dimensional. You can share your reports digitally and let your business leaders click and change reports to see the data points they want. Now this interactive features make it easy for users to visualize data. Now it also adds to the endless customization options available with the Data Studio. Now coming to the seventh benefit is use free Data Studio templates. Now not an expert in Google Analytics or reporting in general, so you don't have to worry, because Google Data Studio has templates which has already been created to help you with your reports. Now the platform comes preloaded with templates for Google Analytics, YouTube's Google Ads and many more. It even comes with templates for specific industry like e-commerce. This features makes reporting quick and painless. Now the eighth benefit is you can learn with free Google Data Studio tutorial. No one comes into the Google Data Studio as an expert. That's why Google's offering training which you can pair with the templates to make your life easy. Now Google offers videos and reporting tutorial and data source tutorial. Now you can access the Data Studio Learning Center via the menu bar. Now even if you're not creating the reports, these resources can help you better understand what your marketing company does for you, as well as you can give your insight into how innovative Google has become in the reporting realm. Now if you need additional help, you can also visit the Google Data Studio forum. Now the ninth and the last benefit is embedded Data Studio reports on social media. If you ever wanted to publish your reports across social media from Facebook to Twitter, you can now do it with Data Studio via the platform. Now it is a simple process to embed your reports, which you may want to share to demonstrate an accomplishment, experiment or study. Just embed the report URL in your social media post and publish your post. So those were the 9 benefits of using Data Studio. So let us go ahead and see the key features of Data Studio. Now if we talk about the key features of Data Studio, we have 5 key features of Data Studio which we will be talking one by one. Now the first feature is an easy to use web interface. Now Looker Studio is designed to be intuitive and easy to use. The report editor features simply drags and drops objects with fully customized property panels and a snap to grid canvas. Now your second feature is that it have a report templates. With a robust library or reports templates to choose from, you can visualize your data in minutes, connect your data sources and customize the design to meet your needs. Now the third key feature is the data connectors. Now data sources act as pipes to connect Looker Studio reports to underlying data. Each source has a unique pre-built connector to ensure your data is easy to access and use. Now the fourth feature is Looker Studio API. The Looker Studio API allows Google Workspace or Cloud Identity Organization to automate management and migration of Looker Studio assets. Now you can configure an application to use the Looker Studio API quickly and easily. Now your fifth and last key features of Data Studio is its report embedding. Embedding allows you to include your Looker Studio reports in any web page or intranet, making it easier for you to tell your data story to your team or to the world. So those were the 5 key features of Data Studio. Now going ahead to see how to use the Google Data Studio, we will be going through a small demo where we'll be creating an application report using Google Data Studio. To get started, just visit datastudio.google.com and sign in using your Google account. So as you can see here, this is the dashboard of your Google Data Studio. So as you can see, there's a reports, data sources and explorer. The interface is really quite basic and easy to navigate. When you first open the Data Studio, you will see a list of your recent reports here. Now for this demo, I've created a new account, so as you can see here, there is no recent reports. And if you like to jump straight in and create a new report, you can do so with a blank canvas, or you can choose one of the pre-built templates. You can also have tabs to view all your data, sources, and Explorer. You can then filter by recent share or own, or create new reports, data sources, or explorers. You can do so using the big create button here. And that's it, a simple and straightforward interface. Now let's move on to connecting your data. As you can see here, I already have a pre-loaded data. Now in this data.government.in, you can download your report data directly from this website, or you can simply create your own data. In this demo, I already have a data spreadsheet with me. I'll be using this report for my demo today. So I can simply click on create, then click on data sources. As you can see, there are different data sources. Now for this purposes, I'll simply click on Google Sheet. As you can see here, there are different items that is owned by me or which is shared. Then simply have your URL, and you can even open from your Google Drive. So my one is already there in spreadsheet, that its name is Google Data Studio. Simply click on that and simply click on connect. Now as you can see here, if everything is successfully connected, you will see the list of column headers from your spreadsheet. By the way, in the video description you will find a link to my Google Sheet, which I will be using in this demo. So you can repeat all the flow I'm going to show you today. Now metrics and dimensions are the building blocks of your reports. So the metrics are marked as blue and your dimensions as green. If you talk about metrics, now metrics are the numbers contained in your data. In our cases, it is record count. Now dimensions are attributes of your data. Those are strings, dates, URL, location, etc. Usually you don't have to change types of entry as Data Studio detects those correctly. Now we can see here that salary is detected as a number. Now let's change that into currency. Now this stage you can also add calculated fields. We will discuss those in our next videos. Now we'll name this data source as applicant demo. Now once it's done, simply click on create report. Now let's select a name for your report. It says recruitment. Here we have our working canvas. Then we have the property panel and some toolbox. On the top you can find the control panel with refresh data, share reports, and change between view and edit modes. You can create multiple pages of your report by adding a new page. Use the top left control to switch between pages. You can duplicate or delete or hide pages in the view mode. Now property panels reflect to the properties of objects. As we don't have any objects selected, we can see the layout and the theme setting for the whole report. Now select the header visibility. If it's preset to initial hidden. If you go to the view mode and want to use the control panel, you need to hover over it. If the header is preset to always show, it will be visible at any time. Now this is a better option for editing. Now once done, switch back to your initial hidden. Now in the view mode, you can see the list of pages in the top left corner. You can switch between the pages. Switch between pages using arrow or click the center to select from the drop-down menu. You can also select the navigation to be presented on the left hand side so that you can see the list of the page like this. Left, view, see on the left hand side. You can also change canvas size of your convenience. Choose my 16:9 to 4:3 landscape. Let's create a table with candidate list. their location and salary data. Add a simple table by clicking Add Chart in the menu and select Simple Table. Now, Data Studio is trying to shape a basic table out of random columns. We need to select the correct ones now. So let's say we want to see the list of candidates with their name, position and application date. Application dates, application ID, positions. So let's start. In fact, all the fields we mentioned except for salaries are dimension. So we work with the dimension fields in the properties panel. Use add dimension to see the list of options. We pull application dates, application name, then positions, stage name, owner and owner name, and owner name to identify. The owner name appeared without a space. It's better to call it a recruiter name. So let's edit it. So we'll go back to the spreadsheet, find the columns and rename it to recruiter name. If you change names of columns in the original file, you need to update the data source in the original file. In the Data Studio, click Edit Data Source in the Property panel, or you can go to Resources and Manage Data Sources. Then choose the needed data source and click on Edit and click on just Refresh field. It shows recently added fields and the missing fields, and click on Apply. And our table is broken now. Simply click on Done. And our table is broken now. Now this happened because we refer to the dimension owner name. As you can see here, invalid dimension. Data Studio is not yet that smart to replace a dimension with another. So we need to remove missing dimensions and add new ones. Now Data Studio highlights invalid dimensions. So just remove them and simply click on Refresh. Now the table is fixed. So we simply have to add a recruiter name. Add recruiter name. It's done. So you can edit names without changing data. You can adjust the size of your tables and the width of every column. Click on any vertical border and drag it. But it's easier to double click on any vertical border and Data Studio will adjust the column. We can change the order of columns by dragging and dropping dimensions in the property panel. As you can see, Data Studio have automatically added one metric. You might be confused by seeing sum applied to the applicant ID, as this doesn't make a lot of sense. We can change the applicant ID to salary expectation. It still has the sum stated. Now this is an aggregation function. Now we only have one salary record for each rows. So the sums and average are equal just as the median, maximum and minimum values. So the sum and average are equal just as the median, maximum and minimum. Now you can choose between the options in case you work with aggregation tables. Now we will show how it works a bit later today. For now, we will select sum here. Refresh it once again. You might have only sum stated in the list and you can't use any other aggregation function. Now this is because field editing in reports might be disabled. Now if you have such a problem, edit data resource, the properties panel and turn on. If you have such a problem, edit data source in the property panel and turn on this. As you can see on my screen, this is already on, so I'll just simply click on done and close this. You can select how many rows you would like to see per page. You can sort by metrics or by dimensions, say descending or ascending. So we'll just use application. You can sort by metrics or dimensions. Click on the property and select dimension to sort by. Now we will use the application date. Now we want to see the newest application first, so let's select descending order. Now let's also select a secondary sorting dimension. We can sort by position. Now as you can see, the application is sorted by position and by date. You might want to change the name of columns right in the Data Studio for a specific tables. Go to dimensions, select dimensions to edit, change it to salary expectation to salary, and recruiter name to recruiter. Now let's switch to the view mode. Click on the three dots. Here you can sort the table as you want, as well as export the table. To remove row numbers, go to style and go to table body and turn off row numbers. In style, you can also remove headers, wrap text, change text styles, make headers bigger. Now change alignment per each columns and adjust styles the way you like. Now we have a simple table representing our data. Let's create a salary aggregation table with more extensive calculation to calculate the minimum, maximum and median salary per position. First, we will make the current bit table a bit smaller. Add one more chart table with heat map. As always, Data Studio takes random values to represent it, as you can see here. Now we want to see the stats per position. Now let's select position in dimension. Select position in dimension and remove dimensions you don't need. So this is the simple heat map. So instead of read count, let's change it to average. Now we need to collect median. Now for this, add one more metric. It will be a salary but represent the new columns. We select median function and rename the metrics to median. Now we select salary metric again, select median function and rename it as well. Now we do the same for maximum. Now we can just simply adjust the table size. We also want to see the number of application per each position. Now select application ID in the matrix and put as a count function. So as count and rename this as, repeat and rename this metric as application count. Now let's move the count column closer to the position name and sort this by metrics. So let's apply a bit of styling. Now we can go to style. Here you can see that each column has its own color. I choose this color for better readability and select it for all columns. That's why we have kept a different color for counts, salary, metrics and the numbers of applicants. As you can see for metrics, you can change to red or you can change it to green. You can adjust each columns. Go back to this, go back to setup and go up. See average. Application count should be next to this. And here you can see our salary stats. Now the calculations table is quite useful, compact and easy to work. But how to work with the second table? Now it's pretty huge and unhandy. We can use filter to navigate through the information. As you can see here, there are different types of filters. Those applied locally to a single table or charts, or any other controls that represent data, and those applied to the whole page. In the top menu, select the date range. Now it can be useful to get start for a certain period of time. Say maybe this month, quarterly or yearly. We can select based on our custom requirements. By default, it takes auto data range that we can use. Let's create a default data range like this, quarterly, and then press on apply. Now as you can see here, it's on 2022, and the data that we have been using in the spreadsheet is of the 2019. So that's why you can see here as no data. So we can simply just go back to 2019. As you can see here, there has been no data. Since the spreadsheet that I've been using, or the data in the report sheet, was of 2019. As you can see, the both tables have been uploaded and there has been no data. Since the current year it's become of 2021, and the data which is on the spreadsheet is of 2019. Now click filter control and drop it to our board. Now you can see we have back our data. Now click on this. Now click filter and control and drop it on the board. Now it automatically picks applicant ID. As you can see, just click on here. You can see this down below. So applicant date. So I'll cancel this out and change it to ID, disposition, and change it to country. As you can see in the metric counts also, there's only been a record count. Go to the app, select this and select the application ID, and you can see here the filter has also shown to be a default sum. Now we are interested in the count of applicant per country. Now we select the application ID metrics, now the count functions, and see the numbers of applicants. So we can click here on sum and click on count. Now you can see there are only one country, that is from Poland. That's why you can see the minimize of the data in our sheet. We go back here, application ID, then we have the country as well, and then you can have salary expectations, and you can see the more we add, the more columns we have. If we remove country, it will remove from there. As you can see here, there is no more country. Now as you can see in the country here, we only have Poland, since we have only selected Poland. Say you want to see the candidate only from Poland. Now you have selected that. Now you can see all the candidates and the status updating according to the specific countries and time frame. So let's add another filter to show how filter works together. Now we can change the control field to the recruiter name, and you can see here as Stuart Bloom. You can choose a specific time frame and see that number of Polish applicants possessed by Stuart Bloom has changed as well. Now imagine you need to see applications who are at the profile review stage. Now go to properties panel, then add a filter, and you put as a profile review stage. I'm select here as stage name, profile review, and click on save. Now keep in mind that this filter is not applied to any other charts and tables. It works only for this table. Use the OR logic and combine two or more values to the match. Or switch to in and write a list of options separated by commas. So in this I'm writing as stage name, and like the stage in, separated by profile reviews and application. You can use an operator as well. You can make filter interaction even cooler. Now filter the whole page by making a certain table behave as a filter. Now it makes sense to use this calculation tables as a filter. Now simply click, mine is already there, so simply click on cross filtering. Now you can see difference. Now you can see for different country as well. So now I'll be selecting this United States only. As you can see the numbers of applications, and if you go back here and go and select India only, you can see here the positions and the application number and the salary expectations. So now that I have seen this, so let's go ahead and add some styling. Go to layout and then style. I'm going to add a rectangle area, place it on top to mark the filters area and send it to back. To make filter visible, color the text white and remove the borders. Remove the border. You can change this to transparent and put it a bit purplish, and you can change this as well. We can change the color to white. It looks better. Background and border, sorry. And then you can even change the text. So I'll put it as this. And text will change the color as well and put it as blue, and that's it. Now it looks fancier. Now we can select multiple properties and change styles for all of them at once. You can sort information by specific columns by clicking on the headers. Now to get back to default, click on the arrow up here. Now as you can see, you can get back the default reports of your data sheets. Let's make our report even more informative. Clone this page. Let's duplicate this. Name this as candidates and the second one as geography. In the geography page, remove the tables with data and add chart geomaps. And add with geomaps. So we can remove this. You can adjust the size of the map. Now you can see that Data Studio has correctly picked the dimensions. As you can see here, the recruiter name, in Brazil, and some Poland, we have 6, Germany, etc. Now we select the count of the application ID. Now you can hover to each country and see the metrics. Now as from the table or charts, the filter apply in a similar way. Go here and add drop down list, put it here and select it country. Instead of position, we'll select country. The record amount as the country, application names, and this is a word count. Done. Now as you can see here, the recruiter names, as you can hover around the mouse, you can see the recruiter names in each and different country. Move down and then add chart as a scoreboard. As you can see here, we've added a record count. Let's show the number on the scoreboard and compare it. You can choose between different scoreboards. I'll select this as well. You can just pull down this bit down. Put a little bit down so you'll get a clear view of this. Pull this one a bit down. Now you can see the record counts and the application ID as well. In Data Studio, you can type simple text and style it. You can insert image or logo, or you can embed a web page right in your report. Now you can even scroll to the website in the Data Studio, change the theme to simple desk or default edge. There are multiples of these. You can even select groovy, etc. Now Data Studio has many more helpful features to use. Today we show the very basics. Now for more tutorials about Data Studio, subscribe to our channel. So with this, we have come to the end of this video. So that was all about the concept about process for Google Data Studio. Thank you for attending this session. I hope this video was helpful and you got a better understanding of what Data Studio is. If you have any doubts or queries, then do leave a comment below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, please press the like icon and hit the subscribe button to our channel for more such content. See you in the next video. Until then, happy learning.